Blessings, guys. The name is still ELWILBRO, L Wobro, and as I keep telling you, we're still on our series, which is dating and courtship. And today I still have my father here that is going to continue with the series with us. He's going to talk to us about few things. Okay, we've already done with dating, we've done with courtship, we've done with boundaries and all that. So go online, go to Wobro YouTube channel and also subscribe. You can watch all these things and learn something from it. Okay, we are diving deep. We keep going. So today we're gonna dive deep into it. So before I bring my dad back on this show, as I said, subscribe and hit on the notification bell, comment, share with your friends so that they will know what is going on, so that they will not make some mistakes that our fathers did. This channel is all about inspiring and fulfilling destiny. By the time you put yourself together by following this series, trust me, you make the right decision and the right choices. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. The name is still ELWILBRO, L Wobro. And as I said, I have my dad here. Daddy is here. And today we have a new series for you guys. Today what we're going to talk about is intimacy. So today we are going to dive into it, and I have some few questions to ask him. Okay, so stay tuned. Don't leave. Don't leave. It's going to bless you, seriously. Welcome once again, Daddy.
Thank you so much. Good to be with you. Another
Good to be with you too.
session on the platform.
We thank you for your time and your sacrifices that you are doing for making for the youth to also make the right decisions.
I appreciate that.
We thank you so much.
Yeah.
So in our previous videos, we look into dating, courtship, and also I think we look into communication, we look into boundaries, and today we want to continue and we want to talk to you about intimacy.
Intimacy.
Yes, so we want you to tell us intimacy. Let's say I don't know what intimacy is, the word intimacy.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us?
So the word intimacy is another word could be to commune and close relationship, bringing that person into your space, right? Be vulnerable to your other partner in that area, to get to know their likes, dislikes, their behavior. All that goes to what intimacy is all about.
So intimacy is bringing someone into your space.
Yeah, exactly. That another word, I've heard this phrase, I'm not sure who coined it, but they say intimacy is into me you see.
Into me you see.
Wow. Right? So is where you're transparent before that person. You're not, there's no pretension, there's no hiding. You become vulnerable and expose yourself to that person in the fullness.
Wow.
And that's why in relationship and courtship, whether it's dating and getting into a courtship, progressing into marriage, the concept of intimacy need to be addressed. It's very important because based on background, past experiences, all of those things determine how we view intimacy and how we give or receive intimacy.
Wow. So we give intimacy, we give intimacy, and we receive
it.
intimacy. Wow. So today my first question for you is, how can I navigate, or how can one navigate physical intimacy in a healthy way?
Yeah, communication. We talk about communication. It's very important that you communicate with the person that you are in a relationship with, whether it's dating or courting, as to what the expectation is. What are you willing to give? And what are you willing to receive in a relationship? Because never assume that because in a relationship that whatever I'm giving, you need to receive it. No, communication is important to say, okay, this is what intimacy looks to me like, or when I think of intimacy, to me, that's what I think of. Because again, past experiences and all those things, they can conjure up different ideas and meaning of what intimacy is.
Wow. Wow. So if you're going out with someone, or you're dating someone, or you're courting with someone, you don't expect the person to receive anything you bring in.
Yeah.
So you have to communicate.
Communicate, yeah.
Wow.
Because you could want to offer intimacy on a level that makes that person uncomfortable with, or even can conjure up trauma or all the different things. So many different things. Communicate, talk. What is it, that's when think of intimacy, we are courting. Is it okay to put my hand around your shoulder? You know,
Yeah.
in some circles, that's just, you don't do that.
Wow.
You know, is it okay for me to hug you in a certain way? All of those things there, communicate, never assume.
Wow. Wow. Then I think this generation is missing. We've lost a lot.
Well, yeah, because we just some of those boundaries have been just lowered, but these are still important, especially in a society where if you're not careful how you relate, you can get yourself in serious problem.
Wow. Wow. Guys, communication. Wow, that's awesome. So that the next question is, what are some common pitfalls to avoid when it comes to physical intimacy?
Yeah. One of the common things is boundaries. People don't set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, these can cause problems. Somebody said to me they went on a date with someone. At the end of the date, without the person even asking them, the person just tried to come in to kiss them.
Wow.
No, who does that? But guess what? There are people in this generation who assume that was okay, and this person must assume this was okay to do this, right? So it's where, in a situation where you never assume that what you're offering the person is going to receive it. So again, one of the key pitfalls you have to realize is don't do things out of impulse.
Don't do things out of impulse.
Yeah,
Wow.
because those impulse could be rebuffed, rejected, or even viewed in a way as infringement and assault on a certain person.
Wow. Wow. Awesome. This is deep. We are learning. Guys, we are learning. Keep subscribing. We are really learning a lot. I'm learning a lot today. So the next question is, how can one communicate his desires and boundaries around physical intimacy?
Yeah. And when you're ready to, when I think of the concept of intimacy, it means that relationship is moving along. But when in relationships, sometimes we don't have those hard conversations, so we more keep it surface, right? That's usually I find in talking to people. I mean, I'm gone a long way in, but I still intimacy is still part of my relationship, right? So that's important to communicate those things as you go along. Now, the boundaries need to set up right up front. This is as far as what I will go in different steps of a relationship. It's dating, courting, marriage. All of those things that need to be set up properly. Even within marriage, there are boundaries. Never assume that all is you can just go ahead. So pitfalls you got to watch out for. Otherwise, you can cross lines that shouldn't be crossed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, so you don't assume that the person is your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or you're courting with the person, or you're in a relationship with the person, so you can do anything you want to do. You have to first communicate with the person and also set boundaries, as Daddy is saying. So Daddy, my next question is, what's the importance of emotional intimacy in dating and courtship?
Absolutely big, because all of us have an emotional equation that that we ascribe to, we desire, or bring us to the place where we are functioning at our optimal. So if you are in a relationship, it means when it comes for the communication, right, of the intimacy, how people behave, because some people, you can use manipulation to get what they want.
Yeah.
Emotional manipulation. So you never want that in a relationship intimacy. Well, if you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna cry.
Wow.
You know, I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna pout. I'm gonna throw, tantrum, child, or whatever it is.
I think
Right?
ladies, ladies,
Ladies,
ladies, yeah, they like doing that a lot.
and men,
Yeah.
and what men does, men pout.
Pout, yeah.
So ladies may stomp and throw and talk about, oh, you don't love me, and men will pout, and make you feel guilty.
Wow.
So these are the, and usually I said, people who are weak and disingenuous emotionally can cause that. And I understand sometimes love can drive you to do certain things, but at the same time, we should never be in a relationship where manipulation and blackmail and threats is part of our emotional intimacy.
Wow. Never be in a relationship that's blackmailing. And this is what is happening. Trust me. This
That's
is
what
going
happened
on.
to
Yes,
you.
this is really going on, guys. This is going on. Sometimes the guys will be blackmailing the ladies. We're gonna talk about sex. So when we get there, that is going to dive deep into it. But this is what is going on. Our generation, not the our generation, we are learning. Our generation, we are learning, and this is what is going on. This is really going on. And guys, we have to take this serious. We have to learn from it. My last question for intimacy is how can I cultivate emotional intimacy with someone I'm interested in?
Yeah, and I love the use the word cultivate. Anything cultivated means you have to give attention to it.
Okay.
It means you have to water it. It means you have to prune it. You have to do all of the things there to care for it to come to where you want to go. So what do you need in terms of cultivating? I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase about the 5 love languages, right? So it's getting to know your partner, know the person that you're interested in, what that makes that person come to their fullness, to their full potential. And you come alongside that person to be that one who can pour into them in this area. That's how this is developed. If you are a person who communication is your love language, it's important that you do that. For your emotional development and growth and intimacy, you need communication.
Wow.
You need that partner to communicate. If it's yours is giving or receiving gifts, it's yours that all of those things are important. So that person has to know exactly what it is that makes them get to their full potential, their fullness, and develop, work on that. You may not start fully immersed and aware of all that is needed, but as you start step by step, you're watering and there's a willingness to do it.
Wow.
The willingness to make your partner the best person that they possibly can. And that's what it's.
So, which means that if I love to communicate, if I love talking, and I have a partner who says, "Oh, me, I don't like talking," that means there's gonna be a problem.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. And so you meet a young lady, right? And bam, wow, beautiful. You see and you start talking to her. The the outward appearance is what draw you in first. But after you pass the outward appearance, you want to hear, who is this person? You want to know them, who they really are. What's their makeup? Now, if your disposition is, because as we develop, there's a certain character trait that is formed in us. And then you have behavior modification. But sometimes the root of our character is already there. Basically, nature, nurture, and all of this part form our character. You're a person, you're laid back, you're communication is not a big thing for you, but you start going to another person, and that person is driven on communication, driven on, we call it, that person could be have a sanguine personality, you know, where they want to be the life of the party. Hello.
Wow.
That may not be you.
Wow.
And you're here trying to fight to make this work. So communication, getting to know the person at the root of who they are, determine how this is going to work.
Communication is getting to know the person at the root of who they are. This is deep. Guys, as I keep telling you, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell them that we are learning something. Tell them, share the link to them. Tell them that on El Wobro YouTube channel, when you go there, we are educating people. What Daddy is saying or whatever he said, trust me, some of us, we don't know. That's the truth. Some of us, we don't know. Some of us, we've heard about intimacy. We think intimacy is having sex. Or intimacy. No. But this is something that is, me personally, this is going to help me because I've learned a lot. Because when you're in a relationship with someone, you should make sure that you communicate with the person. You set boundaries. You talk to the person to know that, okay, this is where you're, like, this is your limit. You cannot cross this limit.
Exactly.
You cannot go beyond this. And he says something that I think our generation, we don't look up to it. Like, you feel like I'm going out with someone so I can give the person gift anytime or anything I want. You should communicate with the person if it's in the person's interest. Like as he said, you cannot just hug someone. Maybe the person might love you, but maybe he feels shy outside for like hugging the person, or he want or she want you to hug him or her around some certain environment, and you can know all this when you communicate with the person. So today we are blessed, trust me. Today I've learned a lot. I learned by listening, so so today I've learned a lot from Daddy. So guys, thank you so much for watching this. In our next episode, we're gonna look to faith and value. Daddy, thank you for having you today on the intimacy. So the next episode will be on the studio. Stay tuned, okay? Just subscribe to and share with your friend. El Wobro is all about inspiring and fulfilling destiny. See you in the next episode. Stay blessed.